more packages. Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Hello, happy Monday. Welcome to the AC Brown Show. This is going to be a quicker show that is going to be shorter, but I have an agenda today. So, thank you for joining. For those who are here, we are talking about numerology and what is your personal year number and how to maximize it through September through December. So, quick little 30-minute show, but we are focused on the stuff. So, put your personal year number in the chats, whether you're watching on YouTube or Instagram. Put your personal year numbers in the chat. We're going to be talking about how to maximize your personal year number for the rest of the year. So, welcome everyone. So, if you don't know how to calculate your personal year number, you are going to do your birth month, your birthday in 2025, or the number 9. Very simple. Get a calculator. So, if your birthday is July 15th, you'll do 7 plus 1 plus 5 plus 9, and then you'll get a number, and then you'll get a personal year number. So let's talk about the personal years. So you calculate your personal year number by adding your birth month, birthday, and then the year 2025 or the number 9, because that's what we are in. Then you add it to different. If not, Google it. It's very simple. Okay? So let's talk about your personal year number and what is going on with the personal year, right? So, how do you make the most out of these last 3 months with your personal year number? So many ways that you can do that. So, if you've gotten off track and you're like, oh my gosh, I've gotten off track and I just feel like I haven't maximized my personal year, but sometimes that happens. It totally depends on where you are or what you're doing. It's very easy. I like doing that and sticking to themes of the personal year. So, if you are in a personal year 1 is pretty simple, right? So, personal year 1 is all about new beginnings. It's all about fresh starts, independence, leadership, starting something new, or planting seeds. So, your strategy for September through December is to start a project that you've been thinking about doing, start an exercise routine, take action onto something, focus on personal branding, avoid overthinking, go somewhere new, anything that has to do with something new, and like just think number 1 energy. So, leadership, starting things, all of that. So launch something if you are in a personal year 1 before the year ends, or plant seeds for something. So let's say, for instance, if you were thinking about buying a home, start looking at homes or go get your pre-approval, stuff like that. If you're thinking about moving, start looking at the location where you want to move to, etc. Now, if you're in a personal year 2, personal year 2s are all about partnerships, collaboration, and it also has a tendency to bring out some sensitivity issues and some sensitivity things. But a strategy for September through December would be to strengthen your relationships, for you to focus on teamwork, practice patience, pay attention to the details, and really focus on community, communication, collaboration, the relationship not only with others, but with yourself. And so your here, or your goal for the rest of the year, is to build or repair important relationships to you that you can see taking you throughout these next few years in the cycle. Now, if you're in a personal year 3 is really fun. It should be. It's about creativity, social expansion, it's about communication. A strategy for December, from now into December, would be to share your creative work publicly, to do something public facing with your creative work. Maybe it's to present your work somewhere where amongst your friends and family, maybe to do it online. You need to network more. You need to express yourself authentically through some form of art, and staying optimistic. One of the key things that you need to do if you're in a personal year 3 for the rest of the year is you need to put your creative work, put your authentic self out in the world in some way, shape, or form. So if you wanted to write, if you wanted to speak, if you wanted to paint, if you wanted to try something that involves your hands, your mind, your creative vision, you need to do that and put it out in the world so people will be aware of it. Now, if you're in a personal year 4 is about foundations and building. So the energy is really focusing on work, organization, and practical progress towards something. From now into December, focus on your systems, focus on completing projects that you started, whether you started those projects 2 years ago, a year ago, 3 months ago. Invest in things that are going to make your foundation safe and secure. Avoid any shortcuts. So the key steps for you if you're in a personal year 4 between now and December is to really establish a solid foundation for next year. So try and get as many ducks in a row as possible as you can. Now, if you're in a personal year 5, that is the year for creativity, for change and freedom, or as I like to call it, the XEXDRUGS and rock and roll year, because it's about adventure, it's about variety, it's about personal freedom. So from now into December, you really need to embrace the unexpected opportunities, the opportunities that you haven't been paying attention to. You need to travel if you can, break free from any restrictions, stay very flexible. So for the rest of the year, it's really important for you to make any significant life changes that kind of shake things up for you and give you some type of really adventure, some really fun. Okay. Now, if you're in a personal year 6, which I see a lot of you are in, personal year 6 is about responsibility and service. So the focus for personal year 6 is around family, around home, around healing, around service to others. And from now into December, focus on your family, focus on your home, take on meaningful responsibilities in helping yourself and other people heal. The key action that you need to take between now and December is strengthening your support systems, strengthening how you support yourself, strengthening what you want as far as security and responsibility. Now, if you're in a personal year 7 is about inner work and spirituality. Okay. So, what you need to focus on in a personal year 7 is reflection, all that inner work. The personal year 7 can be very lonely, very isolating. It can feel like you're all by yourself because this is about spiritual growth. Okay. It's about your spiritual growth. So, from now until December, you need to spend time in a lot of introspection, trusting your intuition, seeking spiritual knowledge, limit social commitments that are going to stretch you or that are going to put you in positions that compromise your integrity. The goal for you between now and December is to deepen your spiritual practice, okay? Deepen your spiritual practice with yourself. Now, if you're in a personal year 8, hopefully this year was good for you because personal year 8 is about achievement and material success. And so the energy is really about business, around money, recognition, achievement, stepping into your full personal power in a personal year 8. So the strategy between now and December is really focusing on your financial goals, stepping into leadership positions within your household, your family, investing in a quality kind of life that you want for yourself, and balance success with integrity. That's really important. And then the biggest thing is make significant career or financial moves. So if you wanted to pay off debt before the end of the year, if you wanted to save money or purchase something really big that is going to help your career or help you progress in life, this is the time to do it if you're in a personal year 8. Now, if you're in a personal year 9, the personal year 9 is about completions and releasing things. So it's about ending things, forgiveness. It's also about humanitarian service, about being a humanitarian on your level of community. So the strategy between now and December is complete any old projects that you started maybe even 9 years ago, right? Because you're completing a cycle, right? Because next year you get really double energy. You're going to be in a one personal year and a one universal year, right? Because next year, 2026, is a one universal year. So let go of what doesn't serve you. If people start leaving your life, things start changing, let them go. Um, Give back to other people. You're preparing everything that happens this year for the personal year 9. You're preparing for a whole new 9-year cycle. So just remember that and allow things to transpire the way that they're supposed to. Now, key action for you is to release anything, something significant to make space for newness, make space for new things. Okay. Now, if you're in a master year number, master year numbers are 11, 22, and 33. So if you're in a master year number, if you're in what is called an 11-22 year, right? That focus is intuition, spiritual insight, inspiration, enlightenment. Between now and December, you really need to start trusting your psychic abilities, share your spiritual insights with other people, really focus on inspiring yourself and uplifting others, because this is really a prime year for you if you're an 11-2 year to really tap into your psychic abilities and your strengths. So just accept your role in spirituality the way it is, okay? Now, if you're in a master builder year 22, that is about manifesting big dreams, building something very lasting, combining your vision, your practical action between now and December. It's really about taking that spiritual vision, that intuition, all of those things, and making it practical and building something that outlasts you. So, this is about building something that is legacy driven. Now, if you're in a master year 33, that is very, very rare. Some of us will never experience a master year, a personal year, master year 33 in our lifetime. Okay. This is a very rare occurrence. If you are lucky to have a master year 33 in your lifetime, that means that you have ascended into that year, especially, or that point in your life as a master teacher and healer. So that year is about compassionate service, healing others, teaching through example. And if you are as lucky to have a master year 33 personal year, then you are going to be focusing on healing, helping others, teaching through your examples, and just being the master year kind of person. Like I said, it's very rare for you to experience a master number 33 in your lifetime, but if you do, good luck. That's great. Um, so personal year, yes, for me, I go by birthday to birthday, but I'm just saying so you can get back into the groove of your personal year from now into December. Here are some things that you can do, but I do go by birthday to birthday. That's just me. Many other numerologists go from January 1st to December 31st. That doesn't make sense to me, especially, let's say, if my birthday is December 15th. So, which is, it's not, but if you have a later birthday. So I go by birthday to birthday. And how it usually works is that what happens is that once your birthday hits, you have like the peak of that personal year number. And then if your birthday is like later in the year, or let's say if it's in December, you have like kind of overlapping energies. So that's how I do it. Okay. Questions about that stuff? I know this is going to be a short one, but I wanted to come in and give you some quick information. So, another thing, too, when you're thinking about the themes for your personal year number, how do you, so you calculate it? It's, yes, it's your birthday plus it's just your birthday, the month, the day, and then 9, because we're in 2025. So, you, with your personal year, it's really important for you to understand, and this is how I like to talk about it, and I talk about this in my book that's coming out February 17th, 2026. Make sure you pre-order Embody Your Magic. But how I talk about it is that So we have the universal year, okay, which is the season. And I talk about this in my book. It's in my book. Your personal year is the weather, okay? And your life path number is the wardrobe sort of that you wear in that environment. So your universal year is the season because everybody, if you live in North America, we're all experiencing fall, or wherever you live, you're experiencing, everyone around you is experiencing the same season. Then your personal year is the weather. So my weather here where I am at on the East Coast versus the weather someone in Arizona or in California or in Washington State is going to be different. That is your personal year. And then the wardrobe that you wear or your style, the wardrobe that you have is your life path number. Okay? So that's how I go about that. When can we get our personal year number for 2026? I mean, just calculate it now. You just do your birth month, your birthday, your month, and then 2026. If you're asking me for for my numerology reports, you can get those. Well, probably. I mean, I'm doing them now. No, probably not until probably December for numerology personal year reports that I do. Yeah, I'll probably do those in December. That's when I'll do those. Should we be finding balance or integrating our life path along with our personal year and the universal year? Yes. So like I said, and just a picture to paint so it's easier. So your universal year, that is the season. We're all, like I said, everyone in North America, we're in the season of the 9 energy. We all live in the United States, not all of us, but majority of us, we're all in a 9, which is closing a cycle, closing whatever cycle this is. So 2025 equals 9. Okay? So that is the season. That is the energy that we're operating. So we're in the energy of the season of 9, meaning that the energies of our season is 9, endings, things changing, the world as we know it is changing. Your personal year is the weather. So even though we are all in the same season, the weather is different for us based off of our location, i.e., your personal year. So your weather acts differently in that season. So even though it's fall where I'm at on the East Coast, my fall is different from an Arizona fall or California fall or a Seattle, Washington fall or a Rio de Janeiro fall. Except, well, it's not fall in Rio right now. It's like, I forgot what, but I'm just using it as an example. Then your life path is the wardrobe that you have. It's your expression, it's your tone, it's your color palette that you like, it's the same outfits that you rotate. That is your life path. That's your wardrobe. Okay? So when you're thinking about putting it all together, right? So it's the same thing. That's why I use the weather analogy, right? So, and here's something that this is something that my grandmother told me a very long time ago. And this is exactly why I use numerology for the weather. And this is what I've been hearing all my life when it comes to dressing and outfits, especially me being from New York. You dress for the season, not for the weather. Okay? Let me say that again. You dress for the season, not for the weather. So what does that mean? So in the terms of fashion, if it is winter, and even though, let's say in New York, if I was in New York, if it's winter and it's 65 degrees outside, all of a sudden, I'm still dressing for winter, even though it's 65 or 50 degrees outside. I'm still dressing like it's winter. You dress for the season, not for the weather. Okay? So you're going to put your life path, your wardrobe number on, and you're going to focus on, you're going to dress for the season. We're in a 9. I am a 5 life path. I am in a 4 personal year. I am looking at everything through the lens of 9. Okay. Even though I'm getting my stuff together because I'm in a personal year 4 and all of that, my weather is a 4, but the season is 9 and my life path is 5. So I am dressing for as a 5, but keeping in mind that I'm also operating in a season of 9. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So keep that in mind. Would you recommend specific spiritual practices for personal year 7? Yes. Mind your business. That is the one specific spiritual practice that I would recommend for a personal year 7. Mind your business. Mind the business that pays you. Mind the business that heals you. Mind your business. Because that is the only thing that you can control in a personal year 7 is your business. That goes the same for a personal year 4 and a personal year 7. You can only control what you can control. That is about you and getting things together for you. Okay? Personal year 6, you can't control none of that. Personal year 6, that is all external stuff that is happening around you. You have to just surrender. But those years, personal year 4, personal year 7, mind the business that pays you. That's it. Focus on yourself. So that's, yeah. Any other questions? Any other questions? This was effective for 30 minutes. Yay. Any questions? Anybody have any more questions about your personal year? Now, like I said, next year, we're going to be in a universal year 1. So that's going to be amazing. Yay. That's going to be good. For personal year, somebody says, for personal years, do you break down into a single digit? Yes, you break it down to a single digit unless it adds up to 11, 22, or 33. Only if it adds up to 11, 22, or 33. If not, you break that down. So you would be in a personal year 1. Okay. So my birthday is 8. We'll start. Yes. So I go by birthday to birthday. So technically, yes, it will start in November. But you have experienced themes of the 8 already for the year, but it will get heightened in November. Okay. For personal year 5, it's SD and rock and roll year. Have fun, do something adventurous. Yeah. I'm a life path 11 and in my personal year 7. So I'm in hermit mode. Correct. You've answered your question. Yes, you're in hermit mode. Personal year 6 for me. So personal year 6 is mind the business that pays you. That's all you can control. Personal year 6. The business that pays you. Well, no, I'm sorry. Personal year 6, you can't control anything. You just have to surrender to the process. Sorry. So personal year 6 is a rough year because it has a whole bunch of stuff happening around you. Personal year 3, have fun, all of that. But watch the replay if you missed your year. If you missed your year, watch the replay. I talk all about that. I have a call to get to, but I will see you all back tomorrow at 7. So I'll be back tomorrow at 7. It's just that today, Wednesday, Friday, and then Monday next week and Wednesday, I have a call at 7 that I have to attend. So my live is just going to be earlier at 6:30. So tomorrow, 7 p.m., Wednesday, 6:30, Thursday, 7, Friday, 6:30, and then the same thing. Okay. Is this the same as perfection years? No, it is not the same as perfection years. I'll talk about perfection years tomorrow. Thank you. We'll talk about perfection years tomorrow. So that'll be a good one. So we'll talk about perfection years tomorrow. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Come back for perfection years. That's what we will talk about. Perfection years in your numerology chart. All right. Bye.